I have had quite the day. Been busy. I have been working on a new track that I'm probably going to eventually take to our guy that we make music with, and see what we can do. Because I've got some melody ideas that have the whole structure of the track. It's probably one of the most impressive tracks I've made so far. I probably can't really show you. I'm just going to check it real quick in my headphones just to make sure it bounced okay, because it's such an intense track that sometimes the bounce can't handle all of the elements at the same time, and it just goes, fuck it, don't play that. And I'm like, no, do play that. I put it in there for a reason. But yeah, let me just check this real quick, people. You're probably going to hear it slightly through the headphones, so buckle up. But you won't get like full effect. And I'm like I say, unfortunately, I can't really show you the full thing because it could be one that we release eventually. But if we did release this, it would be one of the most intense ones we've done. But it's so cool that I'm like, give a fuck. Like I just want to make cool music. That's it. That's my goal. So yeah, give me 2 seconds. Are you fucking joking? Of course it didn't. Right, back in I go. It's these fucking synths, man. They are just jarring. Oh. Hi, Sophia. Another Sophia's going to Silverstone. Let's go. That's exciting. Don't worry, people that are asking how long I've been live. I literally just started, but I am going to be a bit preoccupied right now. Right, it's playing it there, so just fucking bounce normally, please and thank you. My God, it's not that difficult. You've got the fucking elements there, just register them. Thank you. How is everyone else doing? We all good? Come to Dubai. I'd love to come to Dubai. It looks fun out there. Warm, but fun. I mean, it's warm here right now, so honestly anywhere would be fine. I'm excited. I've got a few holidays lined up this year. Going to Spain at some point, going to Amsterdam. There have been some other little things that have been put across our desk that could be very exciting, but I probably shouldn't talk about just in case they don't happen. But yeah, got some shit going on. It's all happening. Someone's seeing Olivia Rodrigo soon. That's crazy. I don't think I gave my opinion actually on her Glastonbury performance, because I think we went live after 1975 and Charlie XCX had done theirs, who were both phenomenal. Olivia was also very good. I think there were points that could have been changed. I don't want to speak down too much on it, because I actually technically know her from years ago, and she's a very lovely person. So I have nothing wrong with Olivia Rodrigo. Her music isn't for me, so I'm not exactly going to rip it apart. But I did think, what was his name? Someone Smith or something like that, who came out. He is quite a big name, to be fair, but I wasn't a fan of him. Was it like Roger? No, not Roger. Was it? Who was it? Someone knows. Surely someone knows. Wasn't Will Smith. Wasn't Miles Smith. Was it Robert? But maybe I'm wrong with Smith. What's the guy's name? I might be wrong with Smith. The guy from The Cure, yeah, what's his name? It's not Sam Smith. Stop fucking... Why is everyone typing Sam Smith? It's obviously not Sam Smith. It's not Chris Brown either. It's Robert Smith. Thank you. Okay, well, at least I was right with Smith then. Yeah, he he was a strange choice for Glastonbury, I think. But it happened. Right, let me listen to this again. Sorry, I just need to check that it bounced okay. Give me 2 seconds. Feel free to have a listen if you can hear anything. Like I say, I'm not playing out loud, sorry. John, can you guys hear it? You kind of can. Oh wait. No! Why? I'm gonna have to leave it. I'm gonna have to figure that out in my own time. I don't know why that's bouncing incorrectly, because I've literally put all the right stuff in the right place. Anywho, technology can be a bitch sometimes. What'd you eat today? I have eaten, but I haven't had dinner yet, and it is 10, so I will be doing that after this. But I thought, I haven't been live in a few days, so check in on everyone, see how we're all doing. India, how's it going? Thank you so much, Summer. Sorry, I'm trying to pick out some potential questions in the comments. Thank you, Jasmine and Kira and Neve. Bloody Nora. These do go past quick. Beth, how have you just woken up? What, do you do night shifts or something? What? Or maybe you'd already gone to sleep, actually. Someone said they love the pod. Thank you so much. Has everyone watched the new episode of the pod? There is one out. What day is it today as well? It's Wednesday, so the members should have their episode, I think. What day did we decide on for the members episode? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I think it was one of the two. So yeah, maybe you got that last night. Bonus ep was yesterday, yeah. Yeah, nice. From memory, the recent bonus episode was quite good, but I can't remember. We filmed so much, I forget where I am, honestly. Do you have any advice on singing? Do you know what? It's going to be a weird piece of advice, but if you're, because it seemed that you were saying you were struggling. Thank you, Kira. If you are struggling with singing, there is one, massive thing that could be the issue, is that you're singing the wrong music. And a lot of people don't even think of that. Because I think a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to start singing, and I'll just start singing that. And it'll be your favourite song, and you'll think, oh, why can't I sing this song? It's probably because it's not suited to your voice. So find some different music, maybe some stuff that you wouldn't have thought to give a go in terms of singing. I actually find for straight singing learning, genuinely, it's going to sound biased, but music theatre is the best place to start. I'm not joking, because it's so straight formatted. There's no funny business. Thank you, Sana. Thank you, Nicola. There's no funny business going on with most music theatre songs. They are just pretty straight sung. You can't really go wrong. Obviously, some are going to be very tough sings, to be fair. There are some really hard sings in music theatre, but yeah, just go looking around for different types of music. Pick something that is the right register for you, and hopefully you'll be onto a winner eventually. But it takes a lot of practice. You're not just going to be able to sing from the get-go. I'm nowhere near the best singer of any kind, and I've been doing it since I could. So it's going to take a while, but you'll get there. Everyone's got a voice. You just need to figure out how to use it. Not everyone has a voice. I probably shouldn't have said that. Some people don't have tongues, or just can't speak. When did you find your style? Good question. I don't know. Me and Harvey were pretty appallingly dressed for the longest time. I reckon X Factor definitely helped, because we had a stylist for that was quite good. And then, you know, since then we've got our sort of semi-permanent stylist Callum, as a few of you know. He's fantastic. And this is the thing, like, Callum's dressed us really well for all of these things, but also I wouldn't say that he or any of the stylists found us our style. Like, we had our style, which is sort of like streetwear. Oh my god, thank you, Alice. It's very kind, I think. Thank you. I don't know what half these gifts. Obsessed with streetwear since a very young age, and like, we didn't really know how to actually style ourselves in streetwear clothing when we were younger. We were just buying shit and hoped it worked. But now obviously we know a little bit better how to put outfits together. I'm fully aware, right, that in some of the podcast eps and like some of our out and about filming stuff, I do sometimes dress pretty appallingly, but like when I'm at home, thank you Neve and Lola and anyone gifting, when I'm at home I just want to be comfy, and a lot of the time I just don't care what I'm wearing, and I think most people should be like that, and you know, we shouldn't judge people, especially if they're like online personas, for what they wear at home, because we just want to be comfy like everyone else. So forgive me for those outfits, but like now I've tried a little bit. I know it's all black, but I actually only wore this for the podcast, to be fair. Jesus Christ, thank you Marnie, it's a party in here. Yeah, I try my best when I go out. That's pretty much it. Thank you, Beth. Here we go again. The potato rodeo. And Fatima, thank you. And Beth. How long must I endure this for, really? Is this just going to be... Can you try and pronounce Irish names? Give me some Irish names to pronounce. Might go and grab some Pringles, you know, because I am a little bit hungry. I need a drink as well, because it's feckin' hot. And also, what I can do to fix this. Oh, that could have been bad. Give me 2 secs, everyone. Just actually going to get this aircon going, because what's the point in having it if it's not on? Wow, magical. It's probably going to be a little bit noisy, but oh, thank you, Fatima. And thanks to anyone that was gifting while I was back there. Sorry, I couldn't see it. Any DJ projects? No, there's not much at the moment. I'm trying to work on some stuff with my booker, but like I say, it's at the back of my list of to do, the DJ, and like if it comes up and it works, I'll do it. Fantastic. What is making all that noise? Give me 2 seconds. It's all good. Yeah, I do need to find some more promoters, bookers on the DJing side of things, because I certainly lack in that area. If anyone does know how I could do that, please do let me know, or if anyone knows any bookers, promoters, let me know. Yeah. It's just one of those things that I don't want to push it too hard, especially right now, because there's so much going on. And I would be spreading myself a bit too thin if I was, you know, devoting myself completely to the DJing, but I'm more than happy to, you know, do it when I can. Try to pronounce it's Kiev. Is it Kiev? It's similar to the Neve one. I actually don't know how to Dorian. Dathy. Am I doing this well? Probably not. Sorsha. How do you pronounce the K-O-E-M one? How do you pronounce that? Quiva. It's pronounced Kiva. That's crazy. So it is like the Neve one then, in a way. That's fascinating. Bronag. I've seen that name before. I didn't know how to pronounce it. Amir. Clodag. Clodach? Is there like a h at the end? Amine. Kayla. Cloda. Right. This is the thing though, the Irish are just adding fucking random letters for no reason. Why not just spell it how you guys are spelling it for me to pronounce? You dig? Can you pronounce Eva? No, I think I'll struggle with that one actually. What's my love language? What do you mean by that? Can I get a explanation of that question? I did see Lewis Capaldi is back. World is healing. Oh, as in like, okay, physical touch, right. What's my love language? Space and time. Leave me alone, basically. That's my love language. Which I know is probably so jarring to hear. But I'm not joking. Yeah. I can't... Right now, I could not be particularly... what's the word? I don't know, this is probably too strong of a thing because it's actually not the right phrase, but you know what I mean by like love bombed, like overwhelmed, you know, it would be too much right now. So involved, yeah, that's my love language, non-involvement. Not there, which is so shit, but at least I'm honest. Disassociation, facts. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be the worst person to be in a relationship with right now, for sure. Thank you, Emma. What's your favourite British snack? That's tricky because I actually probably have to think of something that's actually British. I'm also just going to close that curtain so I don't get infested with flies, because I've just realised that's going to be a big issue. What was I saying? British snack. Shit, man. Oh, well, yeah. It's pretty obvious, but like Cadbury's. Yeah, Cadbury's is British, Birmingham. Oh wait, yeah, it did originate in Birmingham, didn't it? think, anyway. What's your favourite Australian snack? I don't know of many Australian snacks, but Tim Tams are pretty good, to be fair. Thank you, Iz and Lola. Someone said, when do you normally go live? Because I always miss it. Unfortunately, there is zero structure to this shit. You just got to play the game and get lucky. It's just the roulette of will Max and Harvey be live tonight? I typically try and aim to, be live at least twice a week. Put it that way. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes you get way more. It just is what it is. Like, it's so tricky, especially when, unfortunately, this is not our main thing. We do the live streams for you guys. I don't know. Sorry if that feels like a bit weird of me to say, but we wouldn't do them for any other reason. Put it that way. There's no reason for us to do this, but it's for you guys. Oh, actually, no, I say that. The Saturday ones, there is a reason. It's to remind people that the podcast is going up. But again, that is sort of really only for you guys, and to also help the algorithm of YouTube, push it to more people. Because if you have a bunch of people there initially, then it's going to be like, oh, people are enjoying this, give it to more. So that's explaining that mentality behind the Saturday live streams. And yeah, actually, because I completely forgot to give you that piece of information, thank you, Sierra. If you do want to be at a consistent live ish, we're normally almost every Saturday live between, don't take this as when we start the live and when we finish, it's between 7 and 8:30. Sometimes pushes to 9, but rarely. So if you're on TikTok at around that time on Saturday, you'll probably catch us. But other than that, it's fucking whenever. Normally it's evenings, sometimes it's not. So yeah, there you go. Where can you watch the podcast? 13 Again Pod on YouTube. You can also listen to it on your favourite streaming platform. That's about it. And you can watch shorter versions of the podcast on our account or various other fan accounts that post the podcast, because they're very kind in doing edits as well, which we very much appreciate. Good question. I might botch how you typed it, but I'll just say it in my own words. Which country have you been to that had the best food? Brilliant question. This is I'm going to go down so poorly for this. I have two answers. And I actually think the person that asked the question is going to be happy with my second answer. So, annoyingly, America just does do food so well. The good food in America is unbelievable. There is obviously really shit stuff in America as well. But like, when America does food good, it's like, okay, fair fucking play, that's good. In terms of actual cultural food from a country that I've had, one of my definite best experiences was in Argentina. We went to this, it was like a meat buff. This is so weird explaining it this way, but I'm sure, who was it that commented that? I'm sure she'll know what type of restaurant it was. I'm sure we have them in this country, and I'm sure they have them elsewhere as well, but in Argentina, Yara, in Argentina they've got like these it's sort of like a meat buffet type thing, where this one, it had like a whole cart that was full of different cuts of meat, and you took the meat over to a guy to cook it, and then they'd cook you that cut of meat, put it on your plate, and then there's like a whole sort of, I say salad, but imagine like salad buffet where they literally have like everything you could want, and you just pick from that stuff. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had with food. And to make it even more interesting as well, and this was what was so fun about Argentina, was we were in that restaurant and all of a sudden, like, it was completely lovely weather all day, and then all of a sudden, fucking the worst thunderstorm you've ever seen in your life unleashes with like hail, wind, everything, lasted about 20 minutes and then was done, and that was it. And I was like, wow, that was impressive. And like, is that a normal thing in Argentina? Does that just happen all the time? Because I was fascinated by it, but it was while we were in that restaurant. I have those videos. I'll post them. I mean, I'm assuming that Sadie's currently watching a show. Well done, Sadie. I'm assuming Yari, you were sort of responding to the weather thing. Please do post any or send any videos of crazy weather in Argentina. But it was mad. Like, it was so sick. But yeah, that restaurant experience, that is like a core memory, because I was in there and I was like, this is so, you just get to have whatever you want. Like, it's so good. You don't, you pay a flat fee. It was probably like, you know, $30 or whatever currency they have over there a head, which isn't bad when you're, you know, getting an unlimited amount of food. And yeah, you just go wild with it. Fucking rad. I saw a question that I liked and then it dipped and I didn't get the whole question. We'll leave it. How many countries have you been to? I genuinely believe someone watching this live could figure it out quicker than I could. I'm not joking. Because I genuinely don't know. I don't know how many countries I've been to. I mean, people are saying a number like 19 sounds about right to me. Like, I would say around the 20 mark is probably how many countries I've been to. But I genuinely don't know. I just don't really keep a tab on that stuff. But I should, because especially if I want to, you know, get to a point where I've been everywhere in the world, which would be a cool thing to do. And I think especially for me, if I were to get to old age and had, like, you know, a decent amount of money to be able to fund that type of thing, I probably would just go to every country. Like, that's just a cool thing to do. No, I wouldn't even have to, like, go for longer than a couple days at a time, but I just want to, like, get out everywhere and just see everything. What kind of Pringles are these? They are the Chinese style sweet and sticky wings. They're actually not my favourite. I actually wish they were a little bit spicier. They have like the tiniest bit of spice, but it's not enough. I bought these other, I don't know why I've been so into Pringles recently, but I bought this other tube that's like blazing wings, and they'll probably be a bit spicier than these, and I'll probably really like those. But these are good, they're just not my favourite. I also really like the barbecue ones, and yeah, just Pringles, they're convenient, man. They're a little bit expensive at times. I don't like it when you're paying almost like £3 for a tub of Pringles. Like, I know inflation is, that probably does make about sense, but you used to be able to get these for like £1. You used to be able to get them for like under £1, I'm pretty sure. It's crazy. What is this world we're living in? Favorite energy drink? I kind of wish I was being paid to say this, but it probably is Prime. I could, you know, take or leave these. They're okay. They're not my favorite drink ever. But in terms of energy, they kind of nailed it with the energy drinks, I'll be real. Not all the flavours, but like the good ones are properly good. I like Red Bull as well. Never really been like a Monster guy. I used to drink when I was a kid and trying to be rebellious and have as many energy drinks as I could while I was out of the house. I think I went for Relentless a lot. It would either be Relentless or Red Bull. Yeah, I've not tried the Lando Norris Monster. Probably should give it a go at some point. I'm sure it just tastes like a pretty standard drink. The podcasts are on YouTube, yes. You DJing Carnival after party. My best guess would be no, unless they really need someone, because I'm just not really the right booking for a Carnival after party. Like, I do have music that would just about facilitate, but especially with the stuff that I want to play nowadays, I'm just not really that. I'm not the guy. They need R&B and, you know, Afro and all those types of DJs, and there's plenty of them out there. It's sort of like, I don't want to, you know, talk down on myself too much, but it'd be a bit of a waste having me there, to be honest. Though I love the vibe of Carnival, and it was a good time. I just, yeah, it's not my crowd. How long have you been a DJ? I started properly when I was like 20. Maybe a bit younger, actually. Can't remember. Maybe I was 19. 19 or 20, I reckon. You should visit Qatar soon. I've been to Qatar. It's fantastic. I love it. I would love any other excuse to go out to Qatar again. I had such a wonderful time. Sorry, something is stuck in my throat. I'm struggling right now. Got it. What was I going to say? Yeah, I wish I got to explore more of Qatar, but we were there for a job, and majority of that job was spent on a cruise ship, which is totally fine. The cruise ship was also fantastic. I would love to go back on that specific cruise ship. It's the best one I've ever been on. But yeah, Qatar's great. It's very, very warm, but so is the rest of the Middle East. Like, you know, that's what you get for being in the Middle East, I suppose. But it's not. I think most people out there have sort of learned to deal with it. They just do most things inside. So, and at night it's actually quite nice because you just get to go out and it's warm and you can sort of cut about, do whatever you want. Streets are clean. Everywhere's looking pretty nice. They've still got a lot of culture in terms of their markets and just general history, buildings. We went and saw quite a lot of cool shit out there. The camels were fantastic. It was the first time I met a camel, and I was just over the moon. But yeah, any excuse if there's any brands or people from Dubai watching, want to bring us out to anywhere in the Middle East, we're game for it. We love it out there. So that's my pitch. Come to Pakistan. I would love to come to Pakistan, to be fair. I actually don't know much about Pakistan, but I'm sure it's fun out there. Someone's from Dubai in the chat. Put in a good word for me. Let the people know. Max and Harvey want to come to Dubai and take all of your Dubai chocolate. South Africa's also, that's on the hit list. Would love to do South Africa. Someone said, why did you start the podcast? So, I'll give you guys the rundown, though I think it's been done before. Basically, ages ago, and this was a decent amount of time after we did our podcast with Spotify. We stopped that one. We were sort of like we don't really know what we're doing. The concept was fine, but we weren't completely pleased with it, and we didn't have loads of creative control over it as well, so we were sort of like, bit meh. We'll leave it here, move on with our lives, do something else for a bit. And then me and Dobby were brainstorming a load of ideas of what we could do on social media, and of course a podcast came into that, because we were like, well, we've done it before, we know how it works. We could do it, relatively cheap, so it wouldn't cost us a ridiculous amount of money to fund it, just in case it goes wrong, because you guys never really have to think about that type of thing, but when we start bigger projects, there is a decent amount of money that has to get put into them. And a lot of the time those projects don't work. You have to scrap it and move on to something else. We were very lucky that we hit it with a good concept, and that we sort of did have a bit of backing of people would be interested in it, because we were doing the live streams for the longest time, and then Tilly started getting involved, people started loving her. We did it more consistently. Then we sort of sprinkled in the idea of, hey, what if we do a podcast? Would you guys be interested? Because me and Dobby had a bunch of podcast ideas in the bank. I think I remember saying we had like 3 that we were sort of picking between, like concept ideas for it. And we ended up then having a meeting with our manager about it and sort of rattling through those ideas, and we all landed on, the Tilly one would probably be the best shout, and so we formatted it slightly. It didn't pour loads of money into it from the get-go, because doing all this shit, it all turns into a well-oiled machine, and here we are. That's how the podcast happened. Hopefully that was a decent explanation. Sorry if I missed anything, but that's pretty much the bare bones of it. Have you been to Wales? I have been to Wales, yeah. I do like Wales. What are they called? Is it Zip World? That's bad of me. Who do we work with in Wales, people? Remind me what their name was. It was Zip something. Is it Zip World? Anyway, whichever company are out in Wales, we went there and filmed with them. They were fantastic. And we got some really good content from it as well. It's a bit far, but especially where Zip World is, but we had a good time, so that's all that matters. Come to Luxembourg. I've heard good things about Luxembourg, actually. So that probably... I don't know if I've been before. I don't think I have. I probably would know if I had. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind, don't you worry. Where in Wales did you go? I mean, so we have been to Cardiff, because I'm pretty sure we did a book signing there. Yeah, I think we had a Wales date on our last tour. I think, again, that might have been Cardiff. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. But I'm pretty sure we did that instead of Bristol for the last, because we normally did Bristol, and just sort of said to anyone in Wales, hey guys, just go to the Bristol one, it's not that far. But I think we did Wales last time. And I remember that being a really fun show, actually, even though it was quite a small venue. Everyone had really good energy at that show, so happy days. And do it again. Some point it'll happen, don't you worry. Don't you worry. And also we may or may not have been looking at analytics for where to potentially tour the podcast, though I maybe shouldn't be saying this yet, but the only reason I'm saying it is if you want the podcast to tour near you, you got to make sure that your area is listening to the podcast enough. So spread the word and all that. Get your friends and family listening, and it'll be more likely that we'll come to a city near you, basically. But yeah, I don't know how many dates we're going to be potentially doing for said tour. Don't even know when it is, so don't ask me. I have no clue. I don't know when it's going to be. But yeah, we're currently in the midst of, like I said, looking at some analytics, seeing where would be best. We're obviously going to do the London shows, have a wonderful time, might I say, sort of perfect whatever that concept is that we come up with, and then, you know, take it on tour. So, you ain't coming to Peterborough. You might be right with that one, I'm afraid. But I'm sure there will be something near enough to Peterborough for you to be able to, you know, make something and not have to travel a horrific distance. We will make sure we do enough shows so that, you know, hopefully no one has to travel, you know, over sort of 3.5, maybe 4 hours. It depends where you are at the end of the day, because if you're near a city, then, you know, it's likely... I don't know what I'm saying, because I don't know where everyone lives, so I can't really comment. But don't forget Sweden. Sweden might be a little bit far off yet. Yeah, unfortunately, I will say, unless there's some like crazy surge in certain countries, which unfortunately there's not at the moment, it will be a UK tour, as we know right now. But like I say, if you guys can spread the word in your own countries and sort of, you know, get the podcast out there, it could be a case of, and forgive me for saying this because it is me literally asking for free labour, so I feel bad, but if people were to, you know, subtitle shorter clips and upload them to TikTok with your country's language in mind, unfortunately we don't have time for that right now, or the facilities, but I'm just trying to give you guys ideas for, you know, growing the podcast in your area, giving us more reason to tour it there. Then fantastic, that might, you know, get someone hooked in. I know a lot of people from foreign countries do like watching us for the sake of actually learning English, which is fair enough. I'm also aware that a lot of people in foreign countries don't want to learn English, so they're not going to watch our podcast. But yeah, there might be a point where it gets big enough that we can do that, but until then, I don't know. What's your favourite song you and Harvey have written? So we go back and forth about this quite a bit. Our favourite song that we've written, you're not going to know because it's not been released yet, but we have favourites for different reasons, because there's this one that we do need to get reproduced, just because, so the guy that we worked with on the song, utterly phenomenally talented musician, might I say. The problem is the track that was made for it just didn't really suit the vibe that we're trying to go for. It was a little bit too soft, if you know what I mean. Like, not, and I'm not saying that like in a bad way. It just was very, very, very poppy. Our stuff is going to sound a little bit pop oriented because that's where our melodies stem from, is like pop music, and, you know, listening to the likes of McFly, 21 Pilots. I know they're not particularly pop, but who else? John Bellion, like those types. Obviously it's going to sound a little bit poppy at the end of the day, but we don't mind that because that allows for more people to be able to enjoy the music, which that's what we want at the end of the day. But yeah, so that song, is it smart to give away song titles? I don't think it matters really. Yeah, that one's called Let Me Go. I think people might have already known about that one anyway. So Let Me Go is probably the best lyricism we've done so far, which is why that one's our favourite in terms of that. In terms of actual cool tracks and like whole complete songs, it would probably either be Ain't Life Great, Fractured, or Be Like That, which again is going to mean nothing to you guys. I do think I'm a bit silly for having said those song names in case they don't come out, but it is what it is. Sometimes music doesn't come out. Someone just said, do you remember the lyrics to your old songs? With a lot of them, because of how much we used to tour and rehearse and just perform those songs, I bet most of them would just be muscle memory for me. Some of them, especially at the like, if there's ever a time I'm gonna go wrong with a song, it'll be at the start, because sometimes your mind just goes completely blank and it's like, holy shit, what song is this? What fucking song is this? Even if you've just like read the title on a sheet of paper, it's like, how does this start? How does this start? Oh my god, how does this start? That's like the thing that sometimes goes through artists' heads when a new song is starting. Not all the time, because a lot of the time you know all your music, but if you have a lot of music, that shit gets tricky. But yeah, I would probably, give me one run through of each song and I'd be sound. What's your favourite of your old songs? Great question. I've probably got to choose one that we wrote, because there were some good ones, like Early Doors, Where Were You was always a good song. Our voices were just too young at the time, which made it sound a bit childish, but like it actually is a good song. Nervous was okay. I really liked Drown. Drown was definitely one of my favourites. Loved the track of Girlfriend. Loved the melody as well. I just wish the lyrics were different. To be honest, that's it. Worry a Little Less was okay. I just actually didn't really love the song for some reason. We did write that one, but I don't know what happened with my love for it. Like it's a fine song. It just never really clicked with me. Even when we performed it live, I was always like, oh, fucking this one. Words, Drown and Lonely. I think there's some pretty good choices, to be fair. Yeah, Lonely is good. The one issue I have with the song, because actually when it goes, if you're so happy maybe you should go, but you won't, swear I'm no good baby, take it slow, cause you know I won't, that bit's good. What really fucking pisses me off, and I actually think it might be me, but it might be Harvey's voice, I can't remember, is the why you gotta be like that is so jarring, so annoying. Like, I just wish I'd sung it differently, but at the time I didn't really know. I was just singing and hoping for the best, so yeah, that bit just annoys me, but I do like the rest of the song. And like with all of our old songs, there is at least an element of each song that I liked. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have released them. But when you hear a song over and over again, and you're able to pick out which bits you really do just dislike, you figure out the ones that are properly good songs and the ones that are like, yeah, that could have been made better, unfortunately. But it is what it is. It's all a learning experience, isn't it? No Way was elite. I'm surprised you say that. No Way was probably one of my least favourites, to be honest. I get it though, because actually that one was probably the most like anthemic of all of them. So if you like sort of a chant along, sing along type song, then No Way it's a nice little vibe for it. But for me, if I honestly, this is the funny thing. If I heard any other artist doing No Way, I probably would have ripped it to shit. Genuinely, I'm being brutally honest. I probably would be like, what the fuck is that? But I wrote it. It's sort of like I can shoot myself down. But yeah, In My DNA is of course a good song. That's the interesting thing about In My DNA. It's just never, again, it's a song that I would never listen to, just because I don't really listen to slow stuff like that, but it means a lot to me, so it's sort of like, of course it's one of my favourites, and I actually do like a lot of the lyricism behind In My DNA as well. She Moves in Her Way isn't even our own song. Don't even. I don't think we would ever redo any of our old songs, to be honest. Stranger. Yeah, Stranger was interesting, because you know what was really interesting to me about that song is when we do you know what, we didn't even like ask peers as in people we knew, what their favourite song of ours was, but whenever people told us just on their own merit what their favourite song of ours was, a lot of people went for Stranger, and I was like, okay. I mean, I don't hate that. We actually didn't write Stranger, unfortunately. We changed a few bits, to be fair, but not much. But yeah, it's a decent song, actually. It's got a good hook. I do kind of hate the chorus, but the verses are actually quite cool on Stranger, to be fair. Stranger is overplayed. By who, Sadie? Who the fuck overplayed that? No, barely anyone played it anyway. But yeah, for the people that are new here and maybe don't know that we've got new stuff out, if you want to check out the new music, we've got Get Down on it. It's just hit 300k streams on Spotify, which is just fantastic. Thank you guys so much. Road to 1 million. It'll get there at some point. I can smell it. And Release Me is also climbing, 225,000 streams. Just fantastic. Thank you guys so much for listening. We are obviously still working on music in the background, and there are other features that are lined up. It's a little bit tricky to let you know when the next thing is coming out, because we sort of have to base it, because we're working with other people on this music. It's not just about us. It's also about them and their labels and their plans for how to promote and whatever. This shit takes time, but there will be other releases. I'm confident enough to say this year, so don't you worry about that. It's not that we're going anywhere with the music, it's just yeah, Sadie, fast boys, hurry up. Yeah, to be fair, it's not even there is actually something we need fast boys to hurry up on, but it's not about a song release, so I'll leave that. But yeah, we are working with these horrifically talented people called Fast Boy. I don't know why I chose horrifically, but that's just how talented they are, and we're going to be writing some music with them for our own project and for other projects, and just bettering ourselves as musicians with those guys, because they've been kind enough to sort of take us under their wing, and they are genuinely some of the most prolific writers in this area of the world, so we're very lucky to be working with them. I'm very appreciative, but not all of the stuff is with them, to be fair. There's a bunch of other stuff with various other artists, and it is sort of a bit of a waiting game at points, unfortunately, but we've got a bit of a long road ahead of us in terms of mine and Harvey's personal project, but I promise it'll be worth the wait. Mainly because we want to make sure we're doing this stuff at the right time, when we're ready, when we have a load of stuff prepared, when all of our socials are intact and in a good place. This shit takes time. We'll make sure you guys are entertained in the meantime, don't you worry. We just want to make sure that the first thing that we properly debut with, that's ours, that we're proud of, not that we're not proud of anything else, we're of course proud of pretty much everything that we do, but you know what I mean. We just want it to be right, so it's going to take time, but that's okay, guys. We have time. Luckily. How many job openings? One singular. Yes, we're working on that. Thank you to people gifting, by the way. Sorry if I've been missing them. I'll make sure to shout out people at the end. To be honest, I probably am going to go now, because I do need to eat. But it's been lovely chatting with you guys. Thank you for the questions. Someone said they've sent 35,000 likes. That is batshit. Thank you so much for tapping your screen. So thank you, Nicola and Holly. You guys are legends. You're always here. Sky, Jasmine, Iz, Lola, Kelly, The Wing, phenomenal name, Ellie Pearson, Layla, and Mary. You guys are legends. have a wonderful day, everyone. Just in case, just to reel off the things I normally reel off, like I said, make sure you go check us out on Spotify, Max and Harvey. We've got 2 songs out at the moment that you can stream the shit out of. We've also got a podcast on YouTube, 13 again. We also have a website with merch, maxandharveyofficial.com. You can go and check that out now. There's t-shirts, summary bits, also hoodies, and various other bits and pieces, and we will be adding to that at some point soon. I think we've ordered some stuff that's going to be going up on there. Oh, just you get ready for fucking Christmas. That's going to be a hoot. Thank you, Ellie. And is there anything else? Make sure you follow us on Instagram. If you're not, there's various bits and pieces that get posted on there, information wise mainly. I think I've covered most things. Thank you guys so much for your time. Have a wonderful evening and rest of your week, and I will see you minimum Saturday, but it might even be sooner, who knows. But I've got a busy couple of weeks ahead of me, so apologies in advance for potential lack of... I need a fucking haircut. For potential lack of live streams. But yeah, see you all soon. Thank you so much. I'm going to speak a little bit more just so it doesn't cut me off. And have a good day.